Hey, what's up everybody and welcome back to AAT Works. Today I'm doing a quick color update on a model I've actually reviewed before, the Liberty Walk McLaren 720s. The black version I covered a few months ago did really well actually, and I even featured it alongside a MiniGT Bugatti and a Lamborghini as well. But this time we're just keeping it simple, just the McLaren in this brand new gem red finish. So let's go. And here we have the box. It's very typical Mini GT. We've got the nice red line running over here, and of course it's number 828, and there it just says 720s LB Works Gem Red. And according to the picture, this is actually pretty much the exact same livery as this black one over here. It's even got the same writing on the side, the LB logos and all those things are in the same position, so it should be pretty much the same car. Of course it's officially licensed as well. And I'm actually already looking forward to seeing it in this color because I'm a huge fan of this color combination by Liberty Walk. I've actually got a 1:18 R8 over here, and this is absolutely beautiful. It's a really epic looking model, and this color combo just looks so insane. It's ridiculous. So this is actually the kind of color and style I'm really expecting to see on this McLaren as well. And of course, if you guys would like to see this car, let me know down below and I could make a proper nice review video about it. I think it would be a really beautiful addition to my 118 videos as well. And back to the McLaren, and let's open it up. It's completely sealed, so let's go. As always, I've just cut the box over there like that, so let's actually get it out. And interestingly enough, Liberty Walk doesn't actually do that many McLaren wide bodies compared to all the Lambos and stuff they do. So this is one of the rarer Liberty Walk builds, and definitely a really wild one. Ooh, okay, wow, that looks pretty cool actually. Yeah, that's nice. I really like the shape of the McLaren, although to be honest, straight away I was actually expecting a much deeper color. It doesn't look so rich as maybe it did on that Audi. Maybe I shouldn't have compared that Audi before, to be honest, because that thing looks absolutely ridiculous. So it's got quite a lot of metallic flake in this red, although to be honest it's not quite so vivid. And I really like these gold touches though. I think it really complements the color nicely. But yeah, I really expected it to be a lot more like a candy red. This seems a bit more toned down comparing to what I had initially imagined. But straight away, of course, you can see the modeling looks absolutely epic on the car. Pretty much the same as the black variant had. And I'm always a huge fan of the 720s. It's definitely my favorite McLaren among them all. And this wide body kit just really accentuates all these organic looking lines on the car overall. And it looks pretty impressive even in this red. It would have been cool if they had put some writing on the wheels as well. I think it would have given it a little bit of extra dimension, but honestly, this thing just looks absolutely epic. I really like the red. I kind of wish it was a little bit stronger though, a little bit more saturated, but it is pretty awesome looking design. So let's check it out in a little bit more detail. And up close like this and underneath the strong lighting, the color does look a little bit more vivid than it did a moment ago, and it's actually not so bad. It looks really great to have all these highlights running along the car. Of course, that was evident in the black one as well. You could see, I'll give you a quick show around the black one just so we know what we're comparing it to. I mean, this thing was absolutely ridiculous, and it's really one of my absolute favorite McLaren castings from Mini GT, and it just looks absolutely beautiful, super fluid. But of course, the black hides a lot of the surfaces. It highlights all the light lines very beautifully, but of course in terms of the surfaces, like, you can't really see the curvature in these surfaces finished in black. So I was hoping that the red would reveal a little bit more, and as you can see straight away, we've got a lot of dramatic shading and shadows, and a lot of these light catches are really doing their job extremely nicely and allowing us to see all these organic shapes around the car. And of course, not even just that, but Liberty Walk's 720 kit completely changes the vibe of the car itself. Instead of this super smooth organic design language, we've got this really low slung street weapon style look, this crazy massive wing, huge extensions on the side, and of course a lot of drama happening in all the edges, and this massive front end as well, looking seriously insane. And it's actually nice to have the color on the car because you can actually separate the black elements from the body color as well, and it gives it a really nice bit of contrast. Of course, the modeling is the same, excellent shut lines, and of course you can see that we can't really see into the engine bay once again, unfortunately not. The real 720S is an absolute monster from the factory. You get a 4-liter twin turbo V8 pushing just over 700 horsepower. McLaren calls it 720 PS, and it's all tucked underneath all of this. Unfortunately, there's not really much that we can see, but one thing that is pretty interesting is finally we can see all the air intakes, even on this little thin slit just on this character line running at the rear of the car. And you can actually see we've got some three-dimensional air intakes, and it's also finished off in black, giving a little bit more contrast, and that is a huge amount of precision. Of course, when we had the black variant over here, you can't really tell that because everything's just black on black, but on this it's really quite a lot more evident, and a huge amount of three-dimensionality in the surface as well, where the side intake is. And now we can actually see how deep that groove runs on the side, because of course with the black before it was really tough to tell kind of where it starts and ends. Of course, under this powerful light it's a bit easier, but looking at it in real life it's pretty tough to see. And of course, great visibility into the interior as well, so that's all good. Same pretty much detailing as we had on the black variant. Of course, the Liberty Walk in gold looks really awesome. Nice detailing on this entire front end, the windscreen wipers, and even the little details on the interior. Great three-dimensionality. And of course we've got the front end too, and we can really see the amount of detail that's gone into this as well, with those air intakes as well, and nice deep split lines once again, and a little McLaren logo in the front as well. And just to compare it to the black, it looked like this. So you see with the black, it's really tough to see what's an intake, what is not, what is up, what is down. But the red really reveals the surfaces of this car quite a lot more. And then of course we've got this nice light as well, great amount of depth in there as well, and even this front DRL highlighted in silver, so that's a nice finish. Little Advan logo in gold, a nice organic looking front end down here as well. Good splitters here as well, and canards, and we've even got a little air outlet there in front of the wheel, but it's not finished off in black, it just stays body color. Then above the wheels we've got some air outlets over here, although to be honest the character and the depth of them is kind of lost. It looks a little bit soft and kind of rounded off, I suppose you could say. On the black one you could see a little bit more perhaps, that we had a bit more three-dimensionality, but you kind of have to hit the light at the correct angle. And here it's yeah, it's not so visible. Maybe it's just this specific car, but the paint seems to be a little bit thicker on this red one. And then heading down into the wheels, pretty much the same as the black. We've got the Rohana wheels, and they've got this kind of aero style edging around them as well, and they rotate really nicely, and no brakes or anything like that, and the same type of tread too. Getting into the side of the car, you can really see the amount of drama happening over here. So we've got the typical LB writing on the side, even slammed Rohana F1 exhaust, and LB in gold too, and great amount of three-dimensionality. But these intakes are not colored in black, although that would be a nice little thing if they had. And we have a lot of three-dimensionality and a lot of depth in the side intake, or I should say outlet over there, and that's a huge amount of detail, and I'm really happy they've done that. So obviously they've molded this part separately and glued it up against there, or welded it on there, or however they joined on with the die cast over there. But I'm really happy to see that, because I think a lot of manufacturers would have skipped this detail and just cut it off and maybe just painted it black, or probably not even painted it black. So great to actually see this depth of detail, and red really nicely highlighted on the black, it's kind of tough to see those sort of sections. So great reflections and light lines hitting along the shoulder line over here, and you can just see how dramatic this entire side of the car is. A lot of different kind of shapes, and the surfacing is absolutely crazy. It's got so much geometry. It's really insane. Of course, this huge Liberty Walk body kit in the rear as well, and we can even see the bolt holes running around and the fuel filler cap. Rear wheel is the same, and of course the car actually can spin as well, so that's pretty typical for Mini GT, and it's something that people really like to see as well. Then of course, coming to the back end, beautiful looking rear over here, and we've even got the little Liberty Walk under the wing, which is a beautiful looking detail, and even the edge of the exhaust is finished in gold, and that's an awesome little thing that they've put on. Of course, it was just silver on the black car, and I'm actually really happy they did the gold because it just gives it a little bit more of an extra dimension that goes with the character of this car. And that's actually a really cool addition. Usually they would have just left that silver, so that's awesome. F1 exhaust, Liberty Walk, and once again a huge amount of depth of detail, and we've got a nice bit of contrast between this red and black area, and we can even see the side of the diffuser over here, and of course it's also the bottom of the side skirt, and that is extremely dramatic. And you can see, we can see that the wheels are even visible through that little gap. So overall, that is really epic. At first I wasn't sure about the color, but the more I look at it, the happier I get with it. And this thing just looks cool. That looks really cool. and from here you can also see how beautiful and organic this rear wing is. You can really see the edges kind of going up and then dipping down in the center, and just shows how beautiful the surfacing is overall on this car. Even the supports for the wing are painted in silver, and that's a really minute detail, but it's really awesome to see because it adds to the depth of realism in this car. So overall, that is pretty epic. And here we have the car spinning around, and out of the box I thought that this gem red was a little bit strange, especially the fact that it was pretty toned down. I usually expect Liberty Walk to use extremely striking colors, which is something that's pretty common with them. And once I started looking around the car, I saw how nicely this red actually shows us the sculptural feel of this car, and overall it really helps us interpret the intensity of the organic shapes of this car, and I think it actually looks pretty awesome in this color. And I really love the fact that it's combined with this gold shape as well. And of course Mini GT nails the sharp edges, the typical 720s front end, those LEDs, the splitters, and even all those deep intakes. I think it looks really well done. And of course from the side you've got all the writing on the car and so much depth of character. It's absolutely crazy. Beautiful stance overall, sitting super low, but it doesn't look cartoonish or anything like that. And of course the rear end has this beautiful diffuser area and a lot of three-dimensionality, and even have all the little edges highlighted in gold as well, and it looks super crisp. And of course those typical Liberty Walk style wheels with those like arrow edges. I think it would have been cool to have some writing on them, especially if it was writing in a gold color or like an orange or something. That would have been absolutely insane. But of course this is a pretty awesome model, I must say. It's really cool. And here we have the two different colors side by side, and I feel like it's two siblings with different attitudes. The black one was already one of my favorite Mini GT releases this year. It looks super sinister, and at the same time it really shows off this absolutely beautiful organic feel and a lot of three-dimensionality with this black. It looks super epic. And then of course now we've got this red one, and I feel like this just shows off the surfaces so much nicer, and it looks really well done. Honestly, it looks really cool. Price wise, the car is going for around about £15 or so currently. It's typical Mini GT sort of new release prices. And of course down below I have the link for you if you want to check out the full in-depth review of the black variant, where I also feature this Bugatti Vision GT. and also this Aventador SVJ Roadster in black. And also let me know in the comments below which color you would like to see on this McLaren. Perhaps a really cool striking yellow, or a nice like toned down silver or white, or what color do you think this car would suit best, and which one of these two would you pick for yourself? So that was the quick color update on the MiniGT Liberty Walk McLaren 720s in this new gem red. And of course, I'll have a lot more MiniGT and especially color reviews coming up in the very near future as well. So stay tuned to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Ciao.